All right. So I was online today and I had the ability to watch two different ends of a spectrum. Sort of, kind of. I got to watch Trax, who creates jewelry, and then I got to watch Bitcoin Bob doing an interview on the X22 report. And now Trax was just dogging Bitcoin, right? Just going at it hard, talking about there's this friction thing where if you don't continue to invest, it's gonna spend money because they got to pay out the different sites that you buy the bitcoins on and the crypto on and all this stuff and this friction profit or friction loss or whatever and all this stuff. And so I got to hear both spectrums. With that being said, Bitcoin should have never gone that high. And the fact that it's gone this low in this rapid amount of time shows me that there's market manipulation. And this is exactly what Bitcoin Bob was talking about. There's no way that it should have went that high. Where was money being printed from like nobody's business during the coronavirus? Yeah, that's right. From the federal banks, okay? And who just came out the other day and said, we're going to create our own digital currency? The federal banks. So what happened? They're behind. Sounds to me like somebody's trying to buy time. So what did they do? They funneled the money, put it into Bitcoin, raised it up, and drew it out. You think people like me with my 2 to 3 grand in a Bitcoin or in my cryptocurrency account are affecting it like this right now? Do you think all the people on unemployment drove it up that high? That was hundreds of billions of dollars that did that. So there's some foul play going on, and it's stanky, stanky, wanky, wanky. And I want to talk about this too. I've talked about this. We're already in a digital currency, okay? We are in a digital currency. I work at a hotel, bar, restaurant, and 95% of my transactions are all room charges or credit cards, which means it's a digital thing. And I'd say out of that, I don't know if these numbers add up, 98% of the people that I look into their wallet, because I do, don't have any cash in their wallet. Do you understand that? 98% of people don't have even none cash, haven't even touched cash in weeks, months, or days. What they do have is probably 4 to 8 credit cards in there. You are living in a digital cryptocurrency already. You get your check directly deposited. When's the last time you touched your check other than to look at it? Huh? You didn't. You just know that it got dropped in your account and then you pay all your bills that way. Everybody pays their bills online. We live in a cryptocurrency as it is right now. The problem is the reality of all this money they've been printing, the US dollar in particular, is it's losing its value. So I can have a stack of gold over here in the corner and I can have a stack of cash. Yeah, yes, the gold is going to hold its value and it's always a good purchase if you want. But you just got nothing but a stack of gold over there. It's like my Transformers. They hold value, but I have to sell them. I have to find a seller. I have to sell it. Maybe it's the weekend. The pawn shop's not open. I don't even know where to go sell gold. Okay. I wouldn't even know where to start. So there's Zach Trax was complaining about, oh, I take Bitcoin, but I gotta wait for the processing and all this stuff. Yeah, that's because cryptocurrency is new and it is a new form of money. Realize if you buy and sell crypto, you have to pay attention to taxes because they get taxed now, which means it's real. Okay, and the federal government just saying that they are going to release their own currency, Bitcoin Bob. Let's go back to what he said. Another thing they're talking about doing is releasing a coin and giving it to Social Security people who are collecting Social Security. And this just hit me over the coronavirus. What did they do? And put so many people on unemployment. Now we're in the system. So if they swing around another corona number two, I'm in the system. I just log in and start getting my what? Probably not going to be cash anymore. It's probably going to be digital currency. And during the coronavirus, it wasn't cash. I still had to go drive to a bank, go to an ATM, and pull it out. It was a cryptocurrency. It was the US dollar in cryptocurrency. So understand, I want to know who is separating from the big banks and who is being ingenuitive, who is being creative, okay? Because gold is always going to be gold. I can always buy a chunk of gold, sit there and look at it. I can buy a Cuban chain, sit there and look at it. But who is being creative? That's where I want to put my money. Well, guess what? Here goes Bitcoin Bob. He's talking about how he separated himself, and this is what he was talking about with the friction money or whatever. Yes, we have to start making transactions through cryptocurrency with cryptocurrency because a lot of cryptocurrencies are digital processors. Okay, and they get a penny here, a penny there, and the taxes. And this is what Bitcoin Bob was talking about. He created a company to sell laptops that take you off of the standard, off of Microsoft, off of Google, and everything they do has a step-by-step tutorial that teaches you how to use everything in crypto. And that is future. Okay, a pile of cash and a pile of gold is cool. I want to know where I could put my money to where people are thinking creatively and moving forward in the cryptocurrency that we're already in. Do you have a Wells Fargo bank account? Do you have 5 or 6 credit cards? Okay, how often do you touch the cash? Okay, how often do you touch the cash? I know how often. It's not often because I see how they pay. It's through credit cards, it's through other forms of transactions, it's through a cryptocurrency. It's just not called cryptocurrency. It's controlled by the federal bank, who is freaking out because they don't have control. And even if they do start implementing you their cryptocurrency, you can always buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies if you have a crypto account. My whole point in this is to start to open up crypto accounts and start getting involved. I still have yet to open up a wallet and figure out how to do all the transactions. I just wanted to get in it, put money in it so it's there, and then the information will come to me so I can see and I can judge for myself. So I can see a smart guy like Trax, who is very smart and has a lot of money in gold and is always smart to invest in gold. And then I can see a Bitcoin Bob, so I can see on the other flip of the coin. All right. And I could see who's being innovative. That's where I want to go. I want to go with innovation. Okay, we got a computer that's helping people. We got to start getting people on this. We can move away from cash. We can use a little bit of cash, but we can start. And then once you start building up your cryptos, once you start building up your accounts, then you can take yourself off of cash. Okay, see what I'm saying? We're in the initial point where people still might be putting their money into a cryptocurrency, keeping it there, and then starting to use it. And we're still in the infancy steps of cryptocurrencies, figuring out how to, okay, you can buy something from eBay with this. Even Track said, I still accept cryptocurrency. I still accept Bitcoin. Of course you do, Big Daddy, because you know it's a world and you're not an idiot. Very smart. And you know it's a world that is still evolving. And ask yourself one thing: with the high that high got over the middle of the pandemic and the low, where did the money come from? Who was printing all the money? You best believe, if you look into it, it was probably a lot of US dollars. But not only US dollars, El Salvador and other countries like that are going that way. They're going to cryptocurrency. They're getting off the big federal banks. They're getting off the US dollar standard. They're getting off their own banks, and they're starting to move. So I'm just saying, you ain't got to invest, but you might want to start looking at it. And here's the number one thing I like about a crypto like Bitcoin. It might be worth 18, 19,000 for one coin, but you can put $100 and get yourself a piece. Just like breaking off a piece of gold and buying some tomatoes back in the day. We can do that now. This is a new form of money. It's a new form of bartering. Wake up and realize you're already in it. But just who controls the banks where your money is? Most likely, the United States federal government. They're flipping out, trying to buy time. Open up your mind, and let's start moving forward. That being said, peace out.